compromise.
Exactly.
They were shooting at me.
Directly.
They were shooting at me. This operation was shooting at me directly. Yes. But it doesn't matter. Somebody will die one day.
Yes. I want to die with you.
I want to die when people hear Fubara.
But I must say for a fact that the high-handedness of Govnor Wike in the Rivers State, it's just too much. And this is what has led to what we are facing today.
The governor was caged, and to an extent the state was caged, because whatever the former governor wants is what happens. The former governor controls Abuja, and he also wants to control Rivers State.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. What is happening in Rivers State recently is not far-fetched from exactly what happened in Edo State between the current state governor, Obaseki, and the former state governor, Adamson Shomole. Now, fast forward to what is happening in Rivers State according to the informations we have gathered so far. The Rivers State's current governor and that of his former governor, which is Nyesom Wike, is trying to control the state governor. And at the cost of that, because the state governor is resisting Govnrism, because he said he wants to be claiming over 25% of every revenue coming out of the state, then he decided to impeach him because the state governor is opposing his proposal or his will. So, at the cost of that, I want you guys to watch what the current state.
Let me say, the good people of Rivers State, it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that we should be experiencing this kind of thing again. After about 9 years ago, when we had a similar experience. I got information, distressing information, very late yesterday. And I said this morning, I will come and see for myself. The truth about it, in our dear state, everybody who knows me knows I'm a peaceful person.
Yes.
I can never, for any reason, even if I'm aware that there is plot to impeach me, for whatever reason, I'm not bothered about it. But I'm worried that a facility like this, that we used taxpayers' money to build, will be destroyed for selfish reason, just to please somebody. It's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
I'm calling on the security agencies. From what I've seen, the security agencies even compromised.
Exactly.
They were shooting at me.
Directly.
They were shooting at me. This operation was shooting at me directly. Yes. But it doesn't matter. Somebody will die one day.
Yes. I want to die with you.
I want to die when people hear Fubara. They say, who is this Fubara? Is that man that was killed one time for a struggle? That is what I want to be.
You will not die.
I am not against anybody. I am not planning anything against anybody. But I don't know where all these things are coming from. Let it be put on record. Whoever masterminded this thing is trying to shift. I had some people gathered here to do whatever. That is purely rubbish. Purely rubbish. You cannot sit when there is a problem and you say you're doing anything. What are you doing? I'm the chief security officer. I'm the head of the government. The first person that should come, declare the place, and create an alternative place for assembly to sit. So whatever action for our good people of Rivers State, I know you're prayerful. You've been praying for me.
The former majority leaders of Rivers State House of Assembly, Mr. Edison, have emerged as the new speaker of Rivers State.
My commitment to Rivers people is that I will be fair, I will be just to all and sundry, and I will ensure that the rule of law takes its course. I will not betray my colleagues, I will not betray Rivers people, I will not betray my constituents. I will also ensure the independence of the Rivers House Assembly is adhered to, with mutual respect to the judiciary and the executive arm of government. Everything due my colleagues as honorable members constitutionally will be given to them. And the honorable members that have been suspended, as has been published, which people have seen. We will also be giving fair hearing. The committee on information will publish their names, and the House has urged the House Committee on Petitions to give them fair hearing. Colleagues, the House has also adjourned Sinidai because the PASAN, Parliamentary Association, has served us a notice of indefinite strike from Abuja. So we can't sit again. Therefore, holds that any sitting after now will not hold water because they have given us an official notice, which is received of. And also, you have been told the people that have been suspended. So you have to work with that. Anybody, I tell people, the court is there. If you have any grievances, you can always approach the court. So that is the resolution of the House. I want to thank my colleague. Anytime I'm called to service, I'm here to serve Rivers people. Thank you very much.
Now, His Highness, His Royal Majesty Anam, have criticized the actions of Nyesom Wike, saying that Nyesom Wike is currently controlling Abuja and he wants to control Rivers State. No, that they will not allow it. Nyesom Wike era have passed. He should focus on his ministerial work in Abuja and stop trying to control Rivers State. Anyway, I want you guys to listen to what His Highness said over the issues and everything that Nyesom Wike is trying to do.
Well, thank you very much. I don't need to disagree with him. I need to agree that there should be peace and matters should be resolved. But yesterday was like a liberation for Rivers State. God himself liberated Rivers State yesterday. The people of Rivers State vehemently condemn the action of the former governor and his cohorts. What they did yesterday is what we call a mutiny or perfidy or coup. They plotted a coup against the people of Rivers State. They plotted a coup against the governor. And it is very sad that this is a governor brought by the former governor himself. And so the people of Rivers State are happy in the sense that the former governor was like a lame dog, the governor. The present governor was a lame dog governor, while the former governor still preside over the affairs of Rivers State. The governor decide who should come to government house. The former governor decide who should come and who should not come. And today, we have all seen that peace will come, but then the governor should take charge of his government. A situation where you're a governor, somebody decides how you manage the resources of the state, having served for his own tenure. Somebody would be the one to cook the food, somebody would be the one to share it. That process is not allowed by our Constitution. The Constitution empowers the present governor to run the affairs of the state. The governor has no say in the past. The former governor is the one who decides what happens to the fake money. The former governor is the one who decides what happens to the internally generated revenue. The former governor will tell the governor not to travel. The governor must take permission from the former governor for every step. And this boy has been so loyal and has been doing everything the man asks him to do. A situation where you appoint 16 commissioners, the present governor can only nominate one, while the former governor will appoint 15. It's not done in any society. A situation where you have more than 17 advisors and all of them were decided by the former governor. A situation where the former governor decides who becomes the speaker, who becomes the majority leader, and who are the officers of the house. A situation where the former governor will decide who should be the CSO or who should do the security aid to the governor. The governor was caged. And to an extent, the state was caged because whatever the former governor wants is what happens. The former governor controls Abuja and he also wants to control Rivers State. And the present governor asked just a few things. Allow me to run the government. I am the one elected. Even though you supported me, even though you brought me, let me run the government. And they say no. And so before now, some of us have asked this governor, the former governor, to let the governor be, the present governor be. Let him be the one to run the state. But it went into a deaf ear, and the former governor don't want to hear that. And when they saw that the boy was now resisting, he decided to impeach, threaten with impeachment. And that impeachment, we thank God, it did not succeed. He knows how he twist the assembly members, but by the grace of God, they realized themselves within few hours and impeached the speaker and some of the other House officers and elected the former majority leader as a speaker. That is a good development for the state. We also be grateful to God that the governor is realizing himself, and at least he has been able to dissolve the executive council. I will appeal that this time he will appoint people of impeccable character and people who have the state at heart, not people who take directives from other people. I think the security attacked him yesterday, and the attack on the governor is an attack on the state. When you pour water on the governor, you pour water on the state. When you shoot at the governor, you shoot at the state. But these are preliminaries when you talk of mutiny. Anytime there's mutiny, the usual thing happens. And Rivers people are willing to support the governor, and that was why they came in their numbers to say no. And so we are happy that we are getting a new development. We are not against him reconciling with Wike or anybody, but he must take charge of the government of Rivers State. He must decide what happens to the government of Rivers State, because he will be accountable. He will be held accountable after his tenure or even within his tenure. And we hope the former governor will realize himself quickly, because he has brought the karma upon himself. You know what happens between him and his predecessor? And this boy was trying to avoid it, but he refused. He has brought the karma upon himself by trying to forcefully remove the elected governor. So we are happy, we have gotten independence, the governor has gotten independence, and we move on. And we believe that this governor will do better, because you cannot out-twist him. You have, before you leave office, you have given contract that he will be paying for the next 3 years. So he will not have time to say, "Where is my project?" Tomorrow they will say, "You are the only best governor," and he's not a governor, he did nothing. Right. But God has liberated him, God has liberated the state, and we believe the present governor will look at the errors of the former governor and develop the state in a way that everybody will be happy.
Withoutstanding, it is ended. A lot of people are still pointing fingers towards Nyesom Wike, saying that he's trying to claim or take over 25% of every revenue that is coming out from Rivers State. So I want you guys to watch this particular video and see what this man said during the Arise TV interview and how he analyzed and break through what is happening in Rivers State and why a lot of people are against Nyesom Wike actions.
Honestly speaking, when we talk about, these days, when we talk about legality and illegality in Nigeria, one has to be very careful, because the definition of legality and illegality in Nigeria today, it's something that is difficult to define, looking at the present Nigerian situation and system, because things we have always thought and known to be legal are now seen as legal. So it's really difficult to define what is legal and illegal in today's Nigeria, because you wake up tomorrow and you discover that things that were illegal yesterday are now, or that things were illegal today are now illegal tomorrow, which is quite an unfortunate situation. Now, the situation at the Rivers State House of Assembly over the issue of the numbers and all that, this is not the first time we're having such situation. And of course, Govnr Wike has also had his fair share of similar thing happening during the Govnr Impeach's time as governor of Rivers State, where we had about 5 lawmakers impeaching and starting an impeachment process against Impeach and all that. These things had happened. So it's not the first time. And we also saw people who actually backed it with law and supported such situation. But if we have to be honest to ourselves, the processes that led to Martin Amehule and his colleagues sitting at the time when they did sit, you definitely fought the particular process, because first of all, one of the challenges they had was the issue of the mace, which is actually the symbol of authority of any legislative assembly. And the maze which was used was not even the maze of the Rivers State House of Assembly. It was a maze which they went around and picked up and did use for that particular process. So you ask yourself, what is the legality of such process where the said maze is not the actual maze that is supposed to be used for sitting in the Rivers State House of Assembly? Then you come back to these other group of persons who have actually said, okay, we have impeached the speaker, we have elected a new set of speaker and all that, and the mace which they used was actually the proper mace. Now, these are issues. These are issues that call for real concern. And you ask yourself, what are the procedures that were followed to reach out to this particular conclusion? So it causes lots of chaos for us and all that. And of course, at the end of the day, we just have to air our opinion on this issue. But the truth of the matter is, when we look at issues from the angle of legality and illegality in Nigeria, we can't really tell what is legal and what is illegal in Nigeria. Politicians have so bastardized our system to the point whereby everybody does what suits them and what actually supports their sentiment. And you also see lawyers and very senior lawyers arguing legally to support these particular sentiments, which they feel pleased with and all that, which is an unfortunate situation. However, on the issue as Rivers State Assembly is as presently constituted today, we can't tell who is speaker and who is not speaker because of the situation we have found ourselves. But I must say for a fact that the high-handedness of Govnor Wike in Rivers State, it's just too much. And this is what has led to what we are facing today. Because let me tell you, before the emergence of Governor Sim Fubara in Rivers State, we had a situation where people died during the elections. People practically died during the elections. Then 5 months later, you want to impeach the man as governor because probably some of the agreements you had with him is no longer living up to those expectations, or you're having some disagreements with him. And we know, when people talk about Govnor Wike, I get to laugh because this man, we know the character of and the personality of Govnor Wike. You know, when he was fighting against Godfatherism in Edo State, we saw how he shouted against Adams Oshimole and said he would never do such a thing. But the same thing is repeating now. So we must tell ourselves the truth that we can't, when you look at his personality and how he has gone about things, everybody in the position of Governor Sim Fubara will fight against such level of oppression, will fight against such level of intimidation from Govnor Wike and his cohort, which is really an unfortunate situation that has plunged Rivers State into the crisis that we have found ourselves. Now the House of Assembly has been burnt.
All right.
The House of Assembly has been burnt, and taxpayers' money will still be used to fix that House of Assembly because of someone's personal interest and all that.
All right,
so
Mr. Wallo.
These are the crises. These are the problems we have. I must tell you something that let's agree on this first. Before we consider whether his situation is self-inflicted, let's ask ourselves, what led to this whole crisis in Rivers State today? Because even if I have an agreement with you prior to me becoming elected and all that, and at some point, you're not even allowing me breathe, you're suffocating me at the point I will revolt. It's a natural thing. People will revolt for survival. Let's look at the situation that led to this entire issue. First of all, Govnor Wike demanded 25% of Rivers State allocation. Sim even, from the rumors we hear about, Sim even offered to give 10% of Rivers State allocation. This is what is happening in our state. Not just that, we had a situation where he appointed almost all the commissioners, appointed SS for the man, appointed a chief security officer. Come on, these are personal things that should be of concern to the governor. These are things that should make him revolt. And when you see a situation where even the commissioners nominated by Wike, as against those of them nominated by Sim, you see those ones disrespecting the governor of Rivers State. And you expect him not to revolt, to still stick to an agreement before the elections? No, naturally everybody will revolt. Let's look at what happened with the Songhai farm. Why is Wike angry that Sim is trying to restore the Songhai farm in Rivers State? When he killed Songhai farm, that actually created employment for Rivers people, because Sim wants to revive it, it's part of the problems he's having with Sim. And when you look at all these issues, you now ask yourself and tell yourself, should I obey the agreement we had before I became governor, or there is a need to liberate Rivers people? Because let's be honest. If Sim continues with the agenda Wike has for Rivers State, trust me, Rivers State will not make progress. Wike took Rivers State 10 years backward with all the things he did in Rivers State for 8 years. He took Rivers State 10 years backward. That Rivers State today cannot even compete with states like Lagos State. Before we were competing with Lagos State, at least at some level. But today everybody in Rivers State, it's running away from Rivers State, looking for greener pasture elsewhere. Rivers State used to be a place where people return to. And you expect the man to continue to fold his hands and watch these things happen? Now, let me also shock you that out of the 5 billion palliative money that was sent to River State, Wike demanded for 2 billion from it. And when we look at all this, when we look at all these things, you will not ask him to fold his hands. Watch these things happen to Rivers people. Sim also has conscience, and that is why some of us commend his move.
All right, guys, this is what I'm going to be ending the video today. What do you guys think about everything that is happening in Rivers State? What do you think about the actions of the state governor and how he was smart enough to dissolve the cabinet of the House of Assembly and quickly put in new speakers in the House of Assembly, because majority can only impeach him, not minority. So now that he replaced the speaker, now the new speaker is on the side, there is no how they're going to do it and impeach him. So there are a lot of chaos videos out there on how the people have been protesting, supporting the state governors against Nyesom Wike and his cabals and what they are trying to do. All right, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Until we meet again, I can't just go without wishing all our viewers a happy new month. And at the same time, I just want to appreciate every one of you that are returning to watch our video. God bless you. If it is your first time coming across our video, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you love this video, just click the like button and go to our YouTube and subscribe. There are a lot of videos waiting for you already on our platform. Until we meet again, God bless you. Remember, we love you, but God love you more. Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you they show your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV. Oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.